Welcome back to another Rave podcast, and today I'm joined with Cam, Saint Denis. Thanks for coming along, mate.
Thanks for having me back, man. I'm
fucking legend in the game.
Honestly, man, since the last time we had the interview at the Northern House Studios, things have gotten quite interesting. We're here today at the D6 Patio Bar and Lounge atop the Park Vancouver Resort and Hotel, also casino. This is where we will be hosting our new event series called Recovery RX, as the medical symbol represents. We've got quite a
Got quite a lineup coming in.
quite a treat coming for the city.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
And honestly, there is no words to describe what we have received for support from the community here in Vancouver. Quick premise of what's going on is we're doing a bi-weekly event here at D6 where we pull headliners from around the Pacific Northwest and locals to do a Sunday day party from noon until just after sunset. So the first one is May 28th. We'll be running it from about noon until 9:30-ish, 10 p.m. if they let us keep going. We've joined with Wadi Sound, Northern House Studios, D6 Lounge and Bar, as well as we've got some pretty hefty alcohol sponsorship as well with Bacardi and Grey Goose and Patron and
yes, mate.
the staff here, the management, the corporate side of things, I never thought would open up to allowing something like this where we're bridging essentially the mainstream to the underground in an event that can not only provide a space for people to unwind and relax after the weekend, but to also create more experiences and new experiences through the whole idea of inclusion. I mentioned in our last interview or podcast that the one thing that I felt that Vancouver needed the most was communication, and this event is going to do something for everyone. I believe in my heart that pulling this venue on a day where there's not really much else going on, we are able to incorporate every single group of curators, selectors, DJ collectives, artist groups, promotional groups, and provide an environment that we can all. I'll wait for the siren. Turn off the fucking trance.
Yeah.
But what we're actually mostly focused on is creating an environment to become the glue to grab everyone who's just murdering it in Vancouver. Everyone's doing so well right now, and the coolest thing is people are starting to communicate. Now this event is going to be the last or another factor of what can actually tie everyone together, because nobody else is doing a Sunday day party on a patio rooftop in Vancouver. I'm able to...
No, they are not. You're definitely right with that one, mate. Yeah.
I'm able to involve an artist or a DJ from every single group. So we get to all actually just come together, enjoy ourselves, whether you're just leaving the after hours, whether you had to work on Saturday night and you couldn't get out, and there's always a mystery of who's going to be playing. So
that's why I know you've obviously you've obviously told me that the lineup, you've got some heavy hitters coming. I was kind of blown away. I was like, fuck me, really.
Me too.
Yeah, fuck it. I was like, I didn't pull that one off. But
the fact that that people are into it, I'm just I'm beyond my wits end with what is being accepted by the community here. There's groups of people, like there's the Blueprint group with my good friend Andrew Haydock and the Village Studios, Celebrities. There's also U+1, the Wizard himself, Siavash. Every single group of human beings that's curating music in the city, Gorgamish, my home, my heart. Every single person has stood behind me, beside me, not behind, beside me, and shown utter excitement and support. We sold out our pre-sales in 26 hours. With no lineup.
With no lineup whatsoever. That's fucking insane. But that's good though. That it shows that you've got that support and community behind the party without even a fucking lineup. I mean,
I put my head in my hands every day this week and said why. I asked why are people so supportive? And I'm new here. Like I've been in this market just over a year now. Since moving back to Canada and re-entering the music world, I have no words to describe the level of support and communication and just blessings that I've been given. Like I don't feel I deserve it, but I now I'm seeing that by acting a certain type of way with supporting nonstop to every single person in the city, it's been reciprocated a million times over.
So I'm gonna go into like the nitty gritty of things of where did RX start? Like, where did you come up with the name? Like, what was the inspiration behind it? So let's start with the name first. Why did you come up with the name RX?
So the name is RX, which is the medical term for recovery, and you know there was some like not pushback, but I after we announced it, I was like, damn, like I have a lot of friends that are actually in recovery, so I reached out to my homegirl Emma, who is like crushing it in her sobriety, and I was like, hey, is this like offensive or triggering that I'm utilizing a process that you guys are going through with you know staying away from drugs and alcohol? And she said, no, I love this. I love what you're doing, and just to have that kind of peace of mind. You know, we're not trying to take away from anything. Recovery has so many different factors to it where we're not trying to encourage, you know, alcohol use or any of. We're not pandering to that, even though we have some amazing alcohol sponsors and stuff like that, but we're not trying to take away from anything. And my main concern was making sure that like someone that I know is absolutely crushing it in their life path of being recovered, you know, whatever substance that they had issues with, but just to have the
somewhere to go to, right?
Yeah,
but,
and like
you know,
a lot of people on a Sunday after we leave the afters and after we leave the clubs, everyone's kind of looking for somewhere to go. And now we can provide an environment that people are going to continue their evening from, whether it be Thursday or Friday, and if any of you are listening that live in Vancouver, you do know that things typically do get quite wild at the house residency at Northern House Studios, whether it's in-house or après. We have a wonderful program that's happening here in Vancouver Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And for me, I looked at the entirety of it and it was like, man, everyone's always looking for somewhere to go and hang out on the Sunday. Now, through whatever magic that was created, this venue has allowed me to curate a daytime event from noon to sunset, where we are not going to tell you who is playing. We are not going to tell you basically anything.
Yeah, you ain't gonna know.
And the fact that we had such amazing community support that we have not even announced who is playing, and we will not announce who is playing our events, but the fact that we are able to bring every group into this fold. Speaking of fold, that's where I took the inspiration for this event. There's an event in the UK called Fold, which does not announce their lineups. They pull a headliner from somewhere around London or wherever, and they bring them and they do a Sunday day party. It's motivated me to collaborate and create with a group out of Los Angeles. We started Disco Dive. We ran it for years and years. You can look on my profile on Instagram for who we were able to capture to curate music and select music for the day that typically you're hungover laying in bed. Now, we have beds. You can come here and recover.
You can come here and recover your hangover.
You can recover your hangover with a couple extra pints, extra drinks. There's been a couple questions of people asking hey, D6 is a quite upscale venue. Drink prices are a little bit much and this, that, and the third. However, we are working directly with the food and beverage department. The vice president of operations has agreed to create a menu for the day that's going to be more user-friendly and not so much targeting the higher end, but also accommodating the higher end. What we're looking to curate here is something of substance. You can buy a ticket and come and sleep on one of the day beds or one of the couches. Everyone's welcome. But if you missed out on a Saturday or Friday night because you're working in your nightlife industry or any sort of anything, you are more than welcome to just come and get your wiggles out.
Yes, mate.
You weren't able to work. You got Monday off. You can send it as hard as you wanted to on Saturday night, even if you weren't able to. But in that same breath, you're able to, relax yourself, regroup, and reminisce about what the most amazing city on the west coast of Canada right now has been providing, and the shows that you've seen, the music that you experienced. Now you have a place to reconcile over that while creating an entirely new experience.
Yes, mate.
Because we have our lineups, they're curated all the way through the summer now. We're always looking to add more. If you're, a touring artist and you're coming through Vancouver, please drop me a line. St. Dennis Music or Recovery RX. If you're coming through Vancouver, please, please, please reach out to me if you're interested in playing this day party, because I will make room. We will extend. We will do whatever it takes to make sure that everyone gets to experience this. I don't know if you can see where we are.
Yeah, so there's the overall. I've done the overall camera for for behind there. But like, I mean, just on your camera there behind, look at the bar. The bar's sick. I mean, you showed me over there where the stage is going to be. There's washrooms. There's everything is here for that party.
Yeah, it's completely accessible.
It's just, it's fantastic. Like, it's a great spot as well.
And
when you show when I'll be honest with you, when like you told me about it and I come up, I was like, I was skeptical. I was like, I wonder what this is going to be like. And then I looked at it, I was like, this is fucking absolutely sick.
Yeah. Well, you know, like, and you did bring up a good point. You know, there is a there was a bit of a gap in Vancouver between the underground, the commercial, the high end, and the regular attendance spots. So, you know, you're not going to come here and get a $5 beer. You're going to come here and buy a $30 pail of beer that has 4 to 5 in them. Don't quote me on that. I don't know what the food and beverage guys are putting together, but this will be not a place that you're going to come to get gouged on drink prices and all that stuff. We're also including a food service, tacos.
Oh, tacos, man.
just to pay homage to the LA vibe that I'm trying, like, literally.
But we get good weather here, right? We do get really nice
through the
weather.
Summer, yeah,
through the summer
for a couple hours a day.
Yeah.
But in that same breath, like, I'm paying homage to what I was able to experience at the Fold, and also the blessings and, like, entrance that Disco Dive provided for me. There was some of the best days of my life. Was playing. I got to play with DJ Koje, Slam DJs. Who else? There's a couple more, but some of the most monumental to me as an artist.
Well, those are some big names, mate. Like, don't fucking try and like downgrade it. That's some good names.
We had, and I was able to play with. We did like God Dollars, and we had Tale of Us. We had like look on my profile. You'll see the list of people that we were able to bring, and we never announced it. And the first one that comes to mind was actually one of the founding members, and who's no longer working with them anymore, but with the Desert Hearts group, there's a guy named Deep Jesus who used to work with them in the beginning stages, and he is one of the best DJs that I've ever been so blessed to work with. And we did an impromptu set where I think Atish showed up. I think and we just had full backing from labels and management rosters, where, you know, Vancouver in that same light, if you're an international artist and you're traveling to Vancouver and you play the Saturday night or even the Friday night and you've got the Saturday off, there's like a 99% chance that you're going to want to stay here and hang out and experience what this environment, this beautiful Vancouver is. It's basically got everything.
I was going to say quickly about like with regards to like the music scene now. The music scene's like building up massively over here. Like some of the artists we're getting, the vibe, the talent, it's starting to put its map on it, and you know, with everyone as a collective being together doing it, it's you know,
and
it's wicked.
Yeah, that's a big thing for me too, right? Like in like my team is everything. So I'll run through right away. Like, so I have Jamal, which is the one who introduced me to management side of things here. Jamal he's from Kelowna. He's just like most genuine and one of my best, like, you know, party mates. Like, we go afters, and he was DJing here. I came here with Bryn Lido. He is the creator and curator of Northern House Studios, alongside with Still London, with Dom, who I'm not even sure if he's human. It just, you can't be that nice and loving without being
super nice gaze. Yeah,
just the
super nice gaze.
Top G selector. Like, there's nothing. The cool thing about Vancouver and the group and the community and the group that I have around me, everyone is a mad selector. Yourself included.
Oh, thank you, kind sir.
However, there's not one of us that you couldn't place on a lineup together that's going to overlap or like cross-pollinate in a negative way, where you could pick, like, from the initiative, we'll take JD and Henry, and from Mint, we'll take, like, you know, Steve G's curating some of the best fucking bookings here. We've got Deep Down Inside with Ali and Lola, and, you know, I just did my birthday party there with Kavoka and Lola, and that, man, it was just Village Studios, Blueprint, every single person that is in this community right now.
Was you 21, right?
Is that
21? You turned?
Yeah, me. Yeah, I just turned 21.
Oh, beautiful.
Actually, 17, but don't tell anyone. No, I honestly, like, hey, real quick, I'm sorry to everyone, and I find it extremely hilarious that I was able to finagle myself a birthday set every weekend in the month of April. My family over at Gorgamish, you know, U+1, these guys, they see the vision, all of them. The guys curating, Graham, Gellert, Siavash, Steve, Henry, Ava, like, these guys, you have, man.
So I was just going to quickly say, I want to, why it's in my head, and I didn't mean to cut you off there.
No worries.
But what is the process of, like, getting this party started, like the first one? Like, this first party, I'm going to pick your brains at this, because this is good for the viewers. People want to know about the party, but also to show the amount of effort it takes to, you know, put this kind of work into a party like this. So, you know, try and talk us through, like, why this is such a, you know.
Well, it's inclusion.
Yeah.
Inclusion is what I want to see more of in Vancouver, where collectives and groups of people who are typically working against each other, but not in a negative way. The scene here is doing so well, and what I want to provide is a platform, and the team that I have behind me, like, I've got, I forgot to mention Chase Proctor, who's my media manager. I also have my partner, Rodrigo Lippi. I don't know if you've met Lippi yet, but
I haven't, mate. No.
Legend out of Brazil, and just what we're doing our best to curate as an environment for people in the scene here that are just crushing. They are just crushing it, and every single one of them have artists that can contribute, and the big thing for me, we have a 9-hour event, typically noon to 9 p.m., probably later every single fucking time. But now I'm able to take an artist from every collective so that we can give exposure to their hard work and their you know, vision. Yeah. We get to include an artist from every single group of human beings. There is another Sunday event that I will plug right now. It's called Osido. They are doing...
I've heard of Osido, actually.
Yeah, I'm actually playing 2 weeks from now.
Yep.
pre-foundation at Malkin Bowl with black coffee and Hot Since 82.
Woohoo!
What?
Hopefully I can get him on this podcast.
Oh my God. We'll do our best. We'll do our best.
Yeah, we got it.
Andrew, we need you.
We need you, Andrew. We need you.
But so Osito is doing events from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. And I am closing the one pre-foundation with Ask for Tea and Tim Eats Things, I think, or Chef Tim. I'm not sure of what
Tim
his
Muncher?
DJ. Yeah, he's a beauty. But for me right now, the biggest thing is creating a platform to include every single person. So and not compete. So now I've picked my dates around what they've announced their dates are going to be, so that there's no like cross pollination or overlap.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to take away from anyone.
No.
And the group that I'm with, these guys that I am so thankful. Oh, these Negronis are delicious, by the way. The group that I'm with is so hyper focused on creating an environment for everyone. You don't have to, tickets are cheap. We're doing $17 pre-sales. We're doing $25 at the door. And the caliber of artists that are going to be coming through here, not taking away from anyone else's projects, but if you're not able to make it or afford it to go out the night before, you can come here and potentially see someone that you wanted to see on Saturday night.
Yeah,
and that to me is, I don't know. I think it's.
I think it's good, in the sense that I like with what you said earlier. Like, you got the underground and you got the kind of upper class, but these day parties allow what I've experienced like with the Fold and Studio 338 in London as well.
Yes, mate.
Is that everyone can go there, no matter whatever, and just fucking enjoy a good party. And like you said before, if you're doing the late hours and you're going through at Gorgamish till 8 and you want to get to a day party, this is the party.
Just go relax for a couple hours, regroup.
Go ahead, Denny's.
I would suggest showering after leaving Gorgamish or U+1 or Van Tech or any of these places that are doing the late night things. Go shower, please.
Go and get a fry up and then
or just come and line up.
Yeah.
The more people that line up at 9 a.m. here will be the absolute best. You can step right in.
Yeah,
Thank you so much.
There you go. Just look at that. I bet it tastes good, didn't I? Yeah, I'm driving, so I got to drink water.
I
mate.
love the Negronis, man.
I got to drink the old water, mate, because drinking. So driving, sorry.
It was a long weekend for me as well, so this is helping. This is recovery.
Good. Hair of the dog, innit?
Yeah, a little bit. That's funny. We actually last night. The music that came through. There was an artist from Berlin in town, Buddha Kid. He was playing at U+1, and
was that a good night? Yeah.
Oh my God, one of my idols in Vancouver was the closer. He goes by Meldrak. His name's Murillo. They work on a project. There's All the Way. They work closely with a group called Atlas, who actually just set up a really beautiful pop-up here in Vancouver. You should check it out. It's called I think it's Extent.
Extent, yeah.
Yeah, they like. There's so much cool stuff happening here in Vancouver right now, and for us to be able to pander to that, I left the Raised by Raves collective in all good vibes. We're on different paths, but everyone gets to be included. There's no stipulation on who can come and who can play, and those guys they're crushing it right now. They're absolutely crushing it. They actually have an event May 19th in Vancouver at Vantech that you guys should check out. It's the week before.
Yeah, I'm actually doing a podcast at the event.
Are you?
Yes.
Are you?
Yes.
No, that Colty, he's got his ducks in a row for a 21-year-old kid, man. I wish him all the best, and we just had to go in our separate ways, and that has nothing to do with this podcast. But I just wanted to reach out and say that I love and appreciate them for what we got to experience together, and I cannot wait to see when we come around down the road and get to start working together. I will say this, even though I'm not going to announce who's playing, but I know that their roster will be included in some way or another on most of these events.
That's wicked, mate.
That's what it's about, man.
Yes, mate, yeah.
Community, family, right?
For sure, yeah. And that's the only way it's going to build the community here, get bigger artists to come as the community builds, like within the music scene. But also, what I even fucking mention, actually, was the sound system you've got coming into here. I don't think we can let that slide, because
no, we can't at all.
This is big.
So we partnered with my dear friend Todd. He's been a pinnacle and like just absolute pioneer of what sound capabilities have been in Vancouver. Todd Wadier Sound will be providing us with a full function one rig here at this event. We're actually coming for our sound test next week. I will mention too, the man who gave us our thumbs up, the guy who picked us to do this event, because there's a couple other people bidding on doing Sundays here. My boy DJ Kenya, he is, I've worked with a million people, but to have someone that's so copacetic and so on the same wavelength and mentality that I have, it's so refreshing to feel the like undying support. And if you're in Vancouver and anywhere Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, he's got something going on. So check him out, DJ Kenya. He's the music director here, and they, I think at this point in time, have an idea of what's coming towards them, but entering these discussions, we didn't speak out of turn, we didn't speak beyond our means, we didn't speak anything that was unrealistic, and what the community here has shown us, like, well, I can't thank you guys enough. I cannot thank the people of this city, of cities in this market. I've had full support from my guys out in Calgary, Remy and Braden, with Blueprint, and I have no words to describe the amount of like appreciation and gratitude that I have for what we're doing. Without even naming who's playing, we sold out.
Yeah, I mean, I just want to quickly brush off on this as well. Like, I'm going to say their name or the person's name, but I've been following this person's music since 2010. And, it's probably the one song really, really kind of hit it off.
Yeah.
I'm leaving it as that, if that's okay.
Yeah, it's fine.
Because that is...
Legends, though.
Yeah.
Legends. And, it'll keep accentuating. And for this first one, I will go ahead and say that the artist that we are bringing, is not playing in town. We're gonna set a statement for what this event's going to be. I would highly suggest getting your pre-sales, because there is rumors of... I was actually going to call the event Rumors, because we are not telling anyone, and we'll leak it around. But I think the recovery side of things, it's just more fitting for the aesthetic of the venue, more fitting for the aesthetic of like basically the premise of the party. But the rumors will spread, and who we have coming for this first one.
So when are you gonna release the name of the artist at any time, or is it just you've got to come to the event and then that is it? Like, you know who's playing.
I would say stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
On the evening of the 21st of this month, May 21st, I would say to be just looking at your socials. Just because it is our first one and it is a big risk to bring someone like this of this cost and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
But we will announce the lineup during the foundation, after the foundation party at Malcolm Bowl. I'll divulge that much information right now.
Thanks for the little lead there, mate. To be fair, because
yeah,
it's exciting,
it's
exciting,
so I would stay tuned. Make sure that I know foundation is getting close to sold out if it's not already. So make sure you get your tickets. There will be a presence of us there. The really cool thing is we've partnered with a group, a new startup, internet startup called Oxcord, which will be rolled out at the event. There's like a menagerie of support from every different level, whether it's a liquor sponsors, clothing lines. It's gonna tie in this entire city. Not only that, but it's gonna tie in the artists of the city, the locals, and we're gonna put them on a platform.
So not only is this party going to be a thing for obviously DJs in the area, but also for artists, food vendors, clothing line. Is that what you're saying?
We'll be using the D6 Bar and Lounge, as well as at the park. There's the Victor Steakhouse. There's one of the best gelato companies downstairs, so you never know. We're gonna talk to Chef and build a food program around it. We have had undying support from management, corporate, everything here. Our flyers are everywhere around here right now, and the staff is buzzing.
I just used the washroom and I saw.
Oh yeah, did you?
Yeah, I was going to the washroom. I was just, doing the business. And I looked. I was like, oh fuck, there's a flyer there.
And like the fact that we were able to get so much exposure from every aspect of the Vancouver community without even having a lineup.
Yeah, mate. Yeah.
It's different, right?
Yeah.
It's a different approach than what people are used to. Vancouver typically is a last minute purchase city. So as someone who throws events, not only throws events but plays pretty much one or two a week in Vancouver, the stress level of throwing an event here is quite high. So you'll sell maybe 8 to 10 tickets, and then the night of the event or the 3 days leading up to the event, you'll get like 400 or 500 ticket sales. The fact that we were able to sell out of our early birds in 26 fucking hours, thank you, Vancouver, for your support, your trust, and I know that this event is going to change your entire perspective of what is possible in the city.
Yeah, and I think if you want kind of like a rough vibe of that, go maybe check out the Fold on YouTube and see.
Oh, absolutely! Yeah. Check the Fold. Disco Dive's no longer active. The Standard Hotel is they're rebranding. But yeah,
Go and check it out.
Please check it out. Please check out the Fold. If you have 5 minutes of your life to do some research on what the premise is, and you know, I'm not trying to take anyone else's business plan or anything like that. I'm trying to adapt something that I enjoyed and that I respected so much.
But it's also good that it's inspired you, because that's a good job of what the other brand has done to inspire you to build that community elsewhere, right?
Shout out Fold. If you guys want to send artists over here and play this party, you're more than welcome. You can do whatever you want. You can just come and take it over. I'll just give it to you.
Yeah, man. That's quality.
In basically what I would love to express to the community is that this isn't something that you should be skeptical of. This is something that you should basically block out on your calendar. We will attach the dates that we have bookings, but for the first one, May 28th, I would say maybe take Monday off.
Get it penciled in the calendar.
Yeah, I would say maybe take Monday off if you can. It's not a long weekend. There's nothing big going on in the city that weekend. There's a couple actually stomper shows. It's actually the U+1 season ender, which I'm closing, so that means that I will be playing music until 8 in the morning. Coming here for setup at 9 and starting at noon.
You gonna take a shower?
No.
No?
Just
Fuck
kidding,
it.
yes.
Yeah.
I'll take 3 showers in between, but
and a fry up.
and probably one of the most delicious. I will say this right now, my man. If you ever come to D6, order the fucking chicken strips. I've never had anything like it.
Oh, really?
I've been, yeah.
My voice went then. Oh, really?
It's like one of the
Even I was
cheapest things on the menu. The menu's no joke, but like the chicken strips
Yeah.
are like recovery in their own.
Quality.
I will go ahead and shout out right away. I will say thank you so much to Francis, Kaon, David, every single one of the individuals that are here and absolutely smashing what they're doing here at Park and at D6.
Yeah.
There's the fact this place is so unknown and so it's a hidden gem.
So I was about to say it's a hidden gem here, right? Yeah.
Like we're sitting right now underneath the
BC
I don't know what the fuck
BC
those things are called, but BC
Place?
No, Rogers Arena.
No, it's a Whitecaps Stadium, isn't it?
That's Whitecap Stadium.
I think it is. Yeah. Yeah.
It's where like the Canucks and everyone.
Yeah,
plays
and the next door. Yeah.
Yeah.
Canucks,
so
yeah.
like, it's sitting right underneath one of like the biggest music venues on the West Coast, and like the fact that we were able to come here and curate an educational music experience for people who are maybe not that savvy on house and techno, but they want to experience it. Like that's what I was saying earlier. Like the people who love John Summit and Dom Dalla and those kind of artists, I'm not probably gonna attempt to bring here. I mean, if you guys are in town, John, I know you're a savage. If you want to fucking pull up,
just pull up, like
pull up, bro. But like, we're gonna curate more a little bit to a counterculture of that, where we can expose that same sort of vibe with a very, very heavy underground tone.
Sweet, mate. And is there anything else you'd like to plug for the event?
As far as plugging, basically, this is your guys' event. Like I'm not. I will say this now. Like, you know, I'm very, very thankful for the opportunities and bookings that I get as an artist, as a DJ. But you won't catch me playing my own events. And I feel like with doing that, I will not. I want to set a little bit of a precedent. Like, if you're throwing a major event in a small market, you have the opportunity to share. It's not your time.
Yeah.
This isn't my time. This isn't for me. This is for all of you. This is for all of you. I'm doing this for the collectives. I'm doing this for the people who have been grinding and working non-stop in this city and market in this entire Pacific Northwest.
And also, you're bringing a decent vibe on a Sunday,
there's been nothing in Vancouver, thing, it's just an untapped market, and so and for me, it's obviously not monetary. It's not for me to make a fuck ton of money. I'm charging $25 at maximum to get into this spot, and that is what I want to take away the skepticism of people coming to an upscale venue like this. I just come. If you're struggling or whatever, just send me a DM.
Okay, so
follow me first.
Yeah, do the following and all that. Yeah.
But if you just want to come experience this, if you want to volunteer, if you want to be involved in any sort of anything, just hit me up. I've got a spot for you.
I'm glad it's going to work well, mate. Thanks so much for, inviting me to the park. It's a beautiful place.
Thank you so much for taking the time.
Mate, anytime. And I look forward to this party because the lineup is fucking just...
Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
Make sure you give Rave Room, follow, like, share. Everything they do, just share it. Yeah. Every single fucking thing they put out, just share it.
And also, recovery and...
recovery.
Yeah.
Follow us on Instagram. Also, follow Gorgamish. Follow U+1. Follow The Initiative. There's ALA, Life Awaken events. Follow every single person you can in Vancouver. Show the support. Buy your pre-sales. We love you.
Thanks very much, Cam.